Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us and getting your day started with us. It is Monday, June 16th. I'm Tracey McCain.
I'm Caitlin Nuclo. We're on top of multiple developing stories this morning, and we're also keeping an eye on that forecast for you as we start the week. Let's say hello to meteorologist Jill Gilardi. Get the details. Hello. Pretty nice start today, at least.
Yeah, not bad at all. We're getting the most sunshine we'll probably see all day right now.
Oh, okay.
But with those clouds,
That's not good.
I know. Sorry, just throwing it out there right away. So yeah, basically take advantage of the sunnier skies early on before we get more clouds. But later in the week, the big story is going to be our first alert weather day on Thursday. Of course, we're going to be talking about that. But getting you out the door this morning, yeah, it's a little bit more refreshing than it has been lately since the weekend, certainly. So might need that long sleeve for the first part of the day. We will warm up into the 70s inland, that is, low 70s and upper 60s along the shoreline. So going out for a walk today, again, you'll have more sunshine to start, and then those clouds do roll in as we progress through today. So rain chances very low today, but those potted plants, you're going to have to water them sooner than later. Now, there are some limited shower chances returning as early as tomorrow and now also Wednesday. So a couple of opportunities that maybe you don't have to water, but not a big time soaker for the state. So go ahead and think about that, but also your pups may get a little bit of wet paw action on tomorrow and Wednesday. But yeah, the big story is Thursday's first alert weather day, the heat, the humidity, and the risk for maybe some strong storms as well. We'll fill you in on all that coming up a little bit later. Caitlin?
All right, thanks, Jill. We have some good news here on the roads. If you are just joining us here on the Wax, that accident that we were following on 95 South in the Bridgeport area, it has cleared. You can see traffic is still moving slowly on that side of the highway, kind of some residual delays. But the accident and the emergency crews are off the road. So hopefully things will pick up here in the next few minutes. We'll keep you posted if those delays continue. Elsewhere in the state, though, we're looking really good. There are no accidents to report as we take you out and look at Hartford, Waterbury, Meriden, and Middletown here on your Monday morning. I'm Caitlin Nuclo. That's your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers. Okay, 7:03 now, and we want to get the latest here on a mass shooting that happened in the capital city over the weekend. Police say 5 people were shot and hurt late last night. It happened on Homestead Avenue.
Your reporter Owen Kingsley is in Hartford getting us up to date on what happened.
This is the conclusion of a violent Father's Day here in Hartford. Police tell us this morning 5 people shot and injured after a shooting on Homestead Avenue. One of them was found injured at the scene. 4 more finding their way to area hospitals, all of them now in stable condition. Let's take a look at what the scene looked like when this investigation first began late last night. Police focused their attention around the Caribbean American Society building here on Homestead Avenue. Shoes and other objects still lying in the street. At one point, our crew got video of a car running through the police tape at the scene.
Get out the car. Get out the car. Park the car and get out. Park the car. Listen, I got officers down there. Turn around. You get park the car. Hey, he said stop. Park the car and get out. Park the car and get out. Look out, look out.
Then you see the driver speed off backwards and eventually turn down a side street. Again, few details from police right now. We do not know if this driver had any connection to the incident that happened here, but it appears they disobeyed police orders to get out of their vehicle. Now, according to state laws, you can face multiple different charges for driving into or through an active police scene. We'll continue gathering more information about this investigation. We'll bring it to you on air and online. Your reporter in Hartford, Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Well, more violence in our state over the weekend, this time in New Haven, where an 18-year-old was shot and killed. Today, we expect to get an update from police. We already know it happened on Tilton Street early Saturday morning. Neighbors we spoke with say a large party was happening in the area, and they're concerned about safety in their neighborhood.
As a visitor, and then it felt pretty safe, and then now it's definitely changed my mind a bit, and I'm concerned for the rest of my stay here.
One neighbor told us he's contacted police about the parties numerous times, but they haven't done anything because the parties don't violate the noise ordinances. We're now working to learn if police have identified a suspect.
And back to Hartford now, where two men were hurt over the weekend after they were shot near Main Street on Sunday. Police say they're in stable condition in the hospital right now. We're working to get an update on this shooting, and police have not told us yet if they have any suspects in this case. We'll bring you an update here as soon as we have it. Today, city leaders in Hartford will open several resources that work to help give you and your kids a safe space this summer. Public swimming pools and late-night gyms will be open today. Leaders hope that they're going to give people a chance to stay cool and be active while staying safe this summer. And we're on top of developing news right now. Police say they've arrested the suspect who shot and killed a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband, and also shot and hurt another lawmaker and his wife.
The manhunt for Vance Bolter lasted 48 hours before he was captured by police. And that's where your correspondent Naomi Ruckham picks up her coverage.
Minnesota police say shooting suspect Vance Luther Bolter was armed when he was taken into custody overnight with no use of force.
The suspect crawled to law enforcement teams and was placed under arrest at that point in time.
Brooklyn Park's police chief said a breakthrough came yesterday in the search after police found the suspect's abandoned car in rural Sibley County. Multiple law enforcement agencies descended on the area and built a perimeter until they were able to locate the suspect with the assistance of a helicopter and infrared technology. Police say they believe the suspect acted alone in the shootings.
We will be exploring if there are any broader network. We have not uncovered any of that at this time.
The 57-year-old suspect now faces murder charges in the shooting deaths of Democratic State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark. A memorial of flowers on the steps of the state capitol have been placed in their honor. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has called the shootings politically motivated.
This cannot be the norm. It cannot be the way that we deal with our political differences.
The suspect is also charged with attempted murder in the shootings of State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette. Both are now recovering from their injuries. In a statement last night, the Hoffmans said they are grateful to law enforcement and added they are, quote, incredibly lucky to be alive. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Police have been interviewing Bolter throughout the night. They're still working right now to figure out a motive.
And police say they're speaking with federal and local law enforcement agencies as well in other states because of a potential hit list that they found in his car.
All right, now to breaking news in Bristol, where a car crash could impact drivers through the area. This is a live look at Middle Street, currently closed between Mountain and Westgate Roads. Has been that way since about 2 o'clock this morning. We know part of Lake Avenue also closed due to some type of crash investigation. We're working to learn more about what happened in this area, but avoid that area right now.
And we're following breaking news overnight. Iran launching a new missile attack on Israel as today marks the 4th day of fighting between the two countries. At least 5 people died from the overnight strikes. Israel says 19 people in total have died since this all started. And Iran says the attacks made by Israel's military have killed more than 220 people in their country. The two sides are fighting as Iran comes close to developing a nuclear weapon.
This morning, a Connecticut state senator is back home after being stuck in the Middle East. Senator Saud Anwar was visiting Iraq to study spirituality, and he sent us these photos from his visit. He says he got stuck in the country when Israel launched its first airstrikes at Iran, and Iraq closed all of their airports. He was able to leave by going through a neighboring country. Anwar made it home in time to celebrate Father's Day with his family.
Well, good morning, everyone. Again, it's 7:09. We are tracking some pretty bright conditions. Unfortunately, we have clouds expected to roll in today, thickening up. Mainly a dry day, though, and time to get outdoors, doing whatever. And 70s for highs today, especially in the Hartford area. New Haven, it'll get close to 70 with those clouds rolling in. As we look town by town, temperatures inland, low 70s, Litchfield County, mid, maybe a couple upper 70s across Hartford, and some low to mid. Right around that range across the Quiet Corner. Down towards the shoreline, you'll be held back just a hair because of that wind flow that's going to be close enough to flowing almost off the water. So upper 60s, low 70s for you. All in all, looking like a pretty decent day out there. What we're going to be tracking, though, going forward, a few showers. Not only possible tomorrow, but also now Wednesday. Thursday remains a first alert weather day. It's going to be hot, humid with storms and can you believe it? Dry for the first part of the weekend. So we'll get into all those details in the next 5 minutes.